Hi, my name is Lisa, this is Martin, and we've got 3 children. One little boy who's got special needs, he's 8. We've got another boy who's 13, and we've got a daughter who's 3 years old.
I'm Michelle, and this is Jez, my husband. We've got 3 children. We've got Lewis, who is the one with the complex needs. Jordan, his twin brother, they're 10. And we've got Hannah, an older sibling, who's 13 years old. Jordan is profoundly deaf, but has no extra needs. Lewis is moderate to profound. Is that correct?
Moderate to severe.
Moderate to severe, but has all the other complex needs. So he's got cerebral palsy. He's bilaterally deaf. He has vision issues at distance, not so much close work. He has epilepsy, global learning delay, and he's in a wheelchair.
Got quite a high tone, hasn't he?
Yeah. So he has quite a few things, really, but it all gets put under the same cerebral palsy.
Got a dodgy hip.
And now he's got
We've learnt in the last
couple of weeks,
last couple of 3 weeks.
My little boy Lewis has got special needs. He was born with a rare syndrome called Smith-Magenis syndrome. And due to a lot of medical problems and other problems, he's got hearing loss. So he should wear 2 hearing aids. And we've come on the weekend, the big weekend, and it's lovely to meet other parents in the same situation as us with children with special needs.
In normal everyday life, you're probably the only person you know in your local area that's got a child with complex needs. I know for us we live in a village, so Lewis is the only person in a wheelchair in that village.
Yeah, he is, yeah.
So to come here and see so many, it's like, oh, it's quite normal to have a child in a wheelchair or a child screaming at the dinner table or whatever. So, it is nice just to be around people, and you don't have to sort of put on any airs and graces because they're all in exactly the same boat.
When you're out in the community and you've got a child that's got complex needs or special needs, Lewis is quite, he's lovable, he is really, really lovable, but unfortunately sometimes you can have quite explosive behaviours. Now, while you're out in the community, it's quite horrendous, really. Lewis can be having a major behaviour in the middle of the community. People stop and stare, you're a bad parent, everything's wrong, it doesn't matter what you do. It sort of reflects back on you. But when you come to a weekend like this, no one bats an eyelid. Everyone just sort of says, "Oh, it's their turn tonight. It might be our turn tomorrow," but no one cares because everyone's seen it before, heard it before, and everyone's sort of like supportive of one another because no one stares, no one looks at you, no one casts aspersions about you.
And the activities that the NDCS actually seem to cherry pick for all the but they cater for everyone. Parents have immaculately looked after. The hotel's great, and it's just a whole experience.
The whole
isn't
experience
it? The
for all
weekend,
the families,
it's just an experience, and it is good.
But to be able to come to a conference where you're learning to better for your child, but you know that your other children are being cared for, happy, looked after, medically, whatever they need. It is it's a massive weight off your shoulders.
It's a big step for me when we first came here last year to send Lewis to somebody looking after him who didn't really understand what they were doing, because he has got complex medical needs. He's Mickey fed, so he's fed through the pump feed. He has medication during the day and water, but there's nurses there to look after him, and I just felt so relieved that he had a one-to-one. The one-to-one spoke to us last night. They knew everything about Lewis, the whole day issue, and he was safe, and I just felt relaxed that we could do it, it's okay.
I think it's such a hard road at the beginning because you're just getting given information by professionals, and they'll give you the information about your child but don't tell you then where to go to get support and find out more, whereas obviously NDCS, it doesn't matter who you speak to, they've all got information for you. And it was a brilliant weekend just for it all to come together.
When Lewis was diagnosed with his condition, I just wanted to bury my head in the sand and just get on with it and not really worry about it too much. But I'm so glad now that we've got the advice of specialists. When you'll be able to come onto a conference like this, you can speak to a doctor, you can speak to a consultant, all the right people here at the right time. So you can speak to them and you can gain their knowledge, and then you suddenly think to yourself, oh, it's not that bad, you can cope.
We just felt so enlightened and probably overwhelmed by coming on here, because there was just...
We actually said at the end, when we left last year, we did say that it was life-changing for us, because it seemed to fill in all the gaps that were missing, and the information that you offered, and they kept saying all throughout the weekend, we're here to empower you, and we did walk out, taller, and we think stronger.
Yeah.
And it is nice to talk to other parents in the same position as us. We're talking to somebody and they've got a different syndrome, but similarities to what's happening to their children. It's just really nice to gain the knowledge from maybe them, and we pass our knowledge on to them as well. Yeah. So that's why we found it's really good. Yeah, and we know at the same time as being here, our children are all safe.